Well, sadly, wheels are coming off after a month, and this is why. It's winter, guys. Winter's coming. Nothing wrong with the wheels. I know you're all hoping there was. Secretly hoping, especially if you're one of the American wheel company guys that watch. I doubt any of you do. But yeah, winter's coming, guys. This is all raked up already. There was full of leaves. It's like 4 degrees Celsius, so let's get these mama jamas off. Is that even a word? Mama jama? Is that what the boosted wheel guy always says? Mama jama? Yeah, that's what we'll get these off. They've been great. Zero issues with these wheels. They've only been washed once in the month I've had them on. This is just rainwater, as you can see. Back wheels are a little dirty, obviously. Washed it last week, but we got to get this truck on some level ground. My driveway's got quite the pitch to her, so which isn't fun when you're lifting the wheels off the ground. We're gonna back her up on some level ground. We'll get these things off, and we'll get them swapped over to the stocks, the Bubba setup. It's dark in here, bad lighting, but yeah, the Bubba setup, which is what I had on the truck when I put those wheels on. So first of all, let's just admire how good this truck looks with the 26s. Honestly, when I first put them on, I wasn't a fan of the polished look. I'm like, they're just too bright, right? They're just too bright for this truck with the bright yellow. But I had the black and milled Tiz wheels on prior, and I was just used to that, I guess. But these have really grown on me, and I love the cut. So anyway, we got the truck fairly level here, so let's get these off, starting with the front. If you're gonna get a spike lug set kit, get the socket with the built-in 1/2-inch, I guess, ratchet type. There's no other socket on this thing. It just goes right on to my Chinese impact that fits my Makita batteries. Sings the cat's meow. A C-sill, the old C-sill. Put her on high mode. Thought I missed one there. No, she just on there. Don't even need lug. Look at it. It's floating. You don't even need lug nuts. That's on there. So this is what I'm gonna try. I put 2 lug nuts back on. Not all the way on. They're still like loose. Put the weight back on the tire. Let's go back and forth to the steering wheel. Let's see if it pops off. Very nice. Done. The one wheel anyway. How'd you guys like my little maneuver side to side? I never watched the video, but I imagine it popped off the first turn. And let's take a look at the back of the wheel. Yeah, you can see where it was onto my, you can see the rust there. So that's how tight they mill these. They mill them exact. Hub centric. And that's the nice one about having a unilug wheel is they're made to your vehicle. Just remember that. So if you want to order through me, hit me up. But this video is not about me, you know, being a retailer for these guys. Just more or less just showing you some more facts how tight that is. It's because it's made for this truck. Even though they do have other holes here. That's the nice part too, is you can run adapters with a 1.5-inch adapter and still have your lugs 1/2 inch through here, so you don't have to cut them if that's what you so choose to do. They even have little air pocket releases or water releases. Anyway, on to the next one. Sorry for the wind, it's windier on this side of the truck, but we're having the same issue on getting this one off, so we're gonna have to just do the same thing. Put them so they're almost touching, back them off a couple turns, and then put some weight on it and do the old turn the steering wheel. We got this one off. You can see again, this one has some of that kind of rusty from the bearing. Also to note, these are Chinese style bearings. They're the cheapest I could find when I redid my bearings, hence the rusting. But you can see the rub marks. I don't know if it's focusing or not, right there. So yeah, she's a tight fit. So what I'll probably do in the spring is sand that all off, put a little bit of what's that stuff called, anti-seize on it, just because I don't want the rust again. Actually, when I took these off, it actually the same thing happened, so they were not fun to get off either. So I feel like it's probably the bearings more than the wheels, but anyway, so they're snug, but they're not too snug to where you can't torque the wheels right on. So yeah, all in all, just kind of giving you guys a heads up. Don't you guys hate it when you're just, you know, you're working on your truck, you're in the driveway and you see this telemarketer, not a telemarketer, what are those guys called that come door to door, salesmen, coming down the sidewalk, and you know he locks eyes with you because you're outside, and it's always the stupid solar panel guys. No, I don't want solar panels, I don't want them, I'm good. So yeah, right away you got to shut him down. He's like, "Are you busy?" No, I'm not. I just not busy. But nice guy, but it's just like, gosh, man, I don't want solar panels. I got the back right side all unbolted. Let's see how tight she is. I haven't tried moving it yet, just to see. Ooh, see, this one's gonna be fun to get off. The only way to really get that off is put 3 or 4 lug nuts on, kind of loose, and go for a drive in a circle. But I don't want to do that, so let me do some more kicking and I'll tell you how you get this off. I think I got her. Lifted it up, put a 2x4 just on the outer edge of the wheel. Again, my two lug nut special. Put the weight down, hit the back of the tire with a 5-pound, 3-pound sledge, and let's see if it's loose. Let's lift it up. Oh yeah, she's loose. Thank God. So we got the same problem here. We got the 2 loose. We got the weight on the outside. We're gonna drop her down. Not as much as a thud like that, but hey. And we're gonna grab the hammer and bang on the back. And there we have it. Now we have a process. I could probably do the same to the front, instead of the back and forth of the steering wheel, which we'll probably do next time. It's probably safer than the torque I put on those lug nuts on the front. But anyway, and yes, we're torqued. So don't at me in the comments. I think I'm using Ugga Dugga. I'm so good with my Ugga Dugga. I know that I'm not over torquing with the setting I have on that Chinese one, so we are good. And the piece de la resistance is the center caps. Ooh. One-handed, let's see. Done. I don't put them on the front because I need my locking hubs because my axle seals leak. Maybe that's a future video. Something I haven't replaced on the front end of these things on this truck is the axle seals. It's got new bearings, new ball joints, new tie rods, new drag link. So yeah, maybe this winter I'll tackle those seals with a special tool. I'm probably going to make it a PVC pipe, but regardless, we got the other side already on, and now we got to take off these big mud flaps. They ain't really doing much, plus they look hilarious because they're way too wide. Yes, they would work, but they look funny, so we all know looks matter more than practicality. Just kidding. But yeah, we'll take these off. I could always throw another set of, like, get a set of cheap kickbacks. They're just 12-inch wide. And get them in the same holes in the fender and stuff. Drill them in later on. But for now, let's get these off. I'm already set up. It's just a 10 mil. So next, we're going to attempt to install the Noco battery tender on the passenger side, guys. Not the driver's side. This is the first one. That takes, I guess, power when you go to start it and whatnot in the truck's accessories. So we're gonna, yeah, undo the top one there probably, and one of these top ones, slip in that right there, and we'll have to wire it down somewhere. And the reason for it is this truck sits a lot, right? So it's kind of a driveway princess more than anything else. So we need to put a battery tender on it because winter comes. I don't want those batteries to fry. So let's get those on. Got it mounted. That one came out pretty easily. got super tight. Then with the positive, I ended up going to that one because I didn't want it sitting on like that bump and having a crooked stuff. I could have bent it up, I guess, but I wanted a cleaner install, so that's nice and tight there. And this is just a hangout here for now. And then when I go to, you know, winter time comes, this crappy part is I'll have to unplug the hood and stuff, put that lead on, but that or have it where I can wrap it up and stick that whole thing. I just wish they had a longer cord on this. I could extend them, I guess. So if you haven't seen under the hood of this thing yet, because you're new around here, it's got a new motor, a DFC series, street series, long block, DFC, street series, long block in it, new turbos, BD diesel, just rebuilt, nothing fancy, 3-inch piping, powder coated my neon yellow. Yeah, that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it all. I'll show you else there. Everything else is just factory in the front. Yeah, it's kind of it. Obviously, suspension all done, which you would have seen when I did the tires. But stick around till next spring. Big changes coming to the underside of this truck. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, let me wrap up the truck here, and then I'm gonna show you some stuff on the Escalade here, just because I might as well add it to this video. It's not, what I have to do to that is not long enough for its own video. It's an 18 Escalade with the 6.2 in it. I installed this catch can on it. It's just Evil Energy, cheap Amazon one. So we're gonna drain it. I haven't drained it since I did the oil change on it. Oh, that's gay. Let's say 10,000 K ago probably. No, not that much. I don't know, like 3 or 4. Yeah, probably around 3-ish. So it's almost due. I changed it every 6,000 kilometers. Which is well before the 10,000 that they recommend. So anyway, it's about 3,000 on it. It's a small catch can. That's the only flaw. I wish it was bigger, but it's a bugger to get off. So let me get this thing off with 2 hands. You gotta remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, but upside down. This will probably fall. Can you see it there? Yeah, it's about top of my thumb. So it's pretty much full. You know, another 1/2 inch of space, but that's all fluid that would go on the top of your valves and cake them. So get yourself a catch can, even for your diesel if you want, but definitely for your gas job, especially direct injection. We're gonna I was gonna put it in the garbage, but I actually have empty cans around here somewhere. Yeah, oil cans. I'll dump it in there so they go into the waste. But anyway, get you a catch can, especially direct injection vehicles, because this oil will coat the top of your valves. Then you have to walnut blast them, or you'll have to take them apart and clean them because they plug up and they'll cause misfire codes. Probably even rough idles, but do yourself a catch can. They're cheap, easy to install. It's all click and play, bolt right in, meant for that vehicle. So get you one. Next thing we're gonna do is, after I drain that, we're gonna clean out the MAF sensor or MAP. I was getting confused. It's the one in the tube in the air filter. We're gonna take it out and clean it with the actual special cleaner. Passenger side, pull the red tab up. Then you gotta squeeze and pop off. Grab yourself a Torx bit. This is a 15-4. Try not to lose those screws. And pop it out. It'll only go in one way, so you can't mess it up. Literally, the bolt holes will keep you from doing that. So what we're gonna do is the air flows in this way. I know it's upside down, but the air goes this way, and then it reads it, the temperature of it, so you can and the volume, so the fuel injection can figure out how much fuel it has. But we're gonna spray inside of there with the special cleaner. The special cleaner is right here. This is CRC, not sponsored, but hey, hit me up. Anyway, take it and you just kind of, there isn't lots of pressure because you don't want to beat the crap out of it. Spray it in all the holes. Don't use brake clean. I know, I live off that stuff. Don't use it as much as you want to. It'll leave a residue when it dries, where this doesn't. It smells a lot different too. It smells like chlorinated, like, or no, like chlorine or bleach almost. But let this completely dry before you start the vehicle. I mean, it's pretty much dry now, but we're gonna install it. It can only go in one way. Let me just drop these screws so I can lose them. There, we are ready for winter. Truck's ready to roll. Obviously just gotta plug in that tender when gets colder out. Maybe we'll extend those wires. Maybe we'll get some mud flaps for it too. I'll need kickbacks just so they don't drag on the rub. Burr, that is. Same with here. If anyone's noticed, you'll notice this axle is actually further back in the wheel well because of my 3 types of blocks I have to lift this thing 8 inches. That'll get fixed next year, so stick around for that. But yeah, we're all good there. There will be future videos on the truck. I got some future videos on the Turbo LS Ventura. I got some future videos on the Escalade. So stick around if you're new here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.